Hi, welcome to week 5, and in this week we will learn about the simple linear regression. So before going to simple linear regression, first we understand what are the variables, that is response variable and explanatory variable. So response variable is the measures an outcome of the most useful graph for displaying the relationship between two quantitative variables is a scatter plot. And it shows the relationship between two quantitative variables measured on the same cases. The values of one variable appears on the horizontal axis and the values of the other variable appears on the vertical axis, and each case corresponds to one point on the graph. How to make a scatter plot? These are the points. We will follow these in the other slides. So here is an example, and we are making a scatter plot between price and rating of laundry detergent, and both are quantitative variables. Explanatory variable goes to x-axis, whereas response variable goes to y-axis. Now for example, here we can see that for the first value, x-axis on x-axis is 14 and y-axis is 60. So here we will take somewhat, here it's 14 and here 60. So this value is corresponding value to this. So similarly we will make all other points. So a scatter plot displays the strength direction form of the relationship between two quantitative variables. Linear relationships are important because a straight line is a simple pattern that is quite common. We use numerical measures to supplement our scatter plot and help us interpret the strength of the linear relationship. For that we use correlation, which is represented as R. This measures the strength of the linear relationship between two quantitative variables. The formula here we can see that R is equal to 1 divided by n minus 1. This is nothing but sigma that shows the summation, and x is explanatory variable, x bar its mean of the explanatory variable, Sx is the standard deviation of the explanatory variable. Similarly, y bar is the mean of the response variable, as well as the standard deviation of the response variable. And if we are not going to use summation, we can show our formula something like this. But like this we have to write so many things, so generally we use summation for that. So we say a linear relationship strong if the points lie close to a straight line, and weak if they are widely scattered about a line. So R is always a number between -1 and 1. R larger than 0 indicates a positive association, and R less than 0 indicates a negative association. Values of R near 0 indicate a very weak linear relationship. The strength of the linear relationship increases as R moves away from 0 towards -1 or 1. What does this mean? It means that if your correlation is -1, it is showing the same strength as 1. The extreme values R is equal to -1 and R is equal to 1 occurs only in the case of a perfect linear relationship. For correlation, we have formula and we use that to get our correlation value. And here in the scatter plot, we can see as in this scatter plot, we can see there is no linear relationship is visible. So correlation is 0. And here it's -0.3. So it's going now towards a linear relationship, and therefore it's -0.3 and it's R 0.5. Similarly, you can see it's now again you can able to see some linearity there. R is equal to -0.7 and R is equal to 0.9. What you are seeing negative? Negative means nothing. When X increases, Y decreases, then it's negative. Correlation is negative. But when X increasing and Y increasing, then it's a positive correlation. So keeping that in mind, here we can see now we can understand correlation R is equal to minus 0.99, that is almost 1. So it's showing the linear relationship. So regression line is a straight line that describes how a response variable y changes as an explanatory variable x changes. We can use a regression line to predict the value of y for a given value of x. Here is an example. Predict the number of new adult birds that joined the colony based on the percent of adult birds that returned to the colony from the previous year. If 60% of adult return, how many new birds are predicted? So we got the scatter plot and this is the regression line. And when we have to get the 60% adult return, how many new birds are predicted? Here we can see 60, and in that regression line the value would be less than 15. It is almost like 14 or something. So we understand that this is the value. When a scatter plot displays a linear pattern, we can describe the overall pattern by drawing a straight line through the points. Fitting a line to data means drawing a line that comes as close as possible to the points. So as we are right now talking about line, and the formula of line is mx plus c. Similarly, we can see here the regression line formula is also similar to line formula, and it is saying y hat is the predicted value of the response variable for a given value of x. B naught is nothing but the intercept. What is intercept? The value of y when x is equal to 0. B1 is the slope, the amount of which y changes from each 1 unit increase in x. And x, you already know, is the value of the explanatory variable. So predictions by a regression line. For the returning birds example, the LSRL is, the formula we got is y hat is equal to 31.9343, that is the intercept, minus 0.3040, that is slope, x. Y hat is the predicted number of new birds for colonies with x% of adults returning. Suppose we know that an individual colony has 60% returning, what would we predict the number of new birds to be for just that colony? So for colonies with 60% returning, we predict the average number of new birds to be 13.69. Earlier we were using the scatter plot and seeing these values, and we were getting almost 14, getting this point. And now by this formula we are also getting the exact value, that is the 13.69. To determine how well the regression line fits the data, we find a value called R squared. To find R squared, we simply square the correlation, and closer R square is equal to plus 1, the better the line fits the data. R square will always be a positive number because we are squaring it. So correlation was from -1 to 1, but because we are squaring it, in R square values would always be positive from 0 to 1. And here is a simple example for you to understand how all this works. For this, you can see these are the x values and these are the y values. We are making this x scatter plot here. And we can see here that for 17, we are going to use 94. So it's 17 and it is 94 somewhat here. Then 13, 73. Similarly, we will plot for all these points. So here are the formula we are going to use for our data, and here we can see that for the correlation now we are using this formula. This is somewhat different what we learned earlier, but both are same. So here we can see that this is our data. So for x we got the average 15.6, and for y we got 79.7. X minus x bar, that is 17 minus 15.6, 13 minus 15.6, 12 minus 15.6. Similarly, we got all these values. For y minus y bar, we got 94 minus 79.6, 73 minus 79.7. Similarly, we got all these values. Then we multiplied both of these values, and when we will add it, we got 134.8. Now for this value, because we are also getting the values in negative, we are going to square it, both of these values, x minus x bar whole square and y minus y bar whole square. So we can see that now after squaring we got these values. So for the R, that is correlation, we have this formula, and for this formula we already have calculated these values and earlier in our table, and we got 0.596. R square is nothing but we square correlation, so we got 0.3553. Similarly, for standard deviation, we have the formula y minus pi whole square n minus 1, and similarly for Sx we got the formula. We are going to put all the values, and we got the values 11.576 and 2.171. For slope we got r multiplied by sy divided by Sx, and that is equal to 3.178. So here we can see this is the values we got. So after putting these values in the formula of equation, what we got, this is the A, that is the intercept, that is equal to 30.123. And when we got all the values, that is the slope and intercept, so now our formula of regression line would be y is equal to 30.123 plus 3.178 multiplied by x. So this is very complex doing by hand, but we can use different tools like R or Python or Minitab. There are different, even Excel. So there are different tools we can use, and for the bigger data, we can use that instead of using by hand.